Hello everyone, welcome back. We're going to do a fly through 3D text effect here using a still and animate both the text and the still picture. We're going to start out using a fusion composition. You can find them in your effects in case you don't know. We'll leave it at 5 seconds and I am on a 30 frame per second frame rate and go to fusion. Bring down your media. Put it into the left viewer. We'll disconnect that for now. Select the image plane on a toolbar. Emerge. Text, 3D. Camera. And render. Put the render up in viewer 2. And the merge in viewer 1. For those of you that don't know me, I have to use this on-screen keyboard due to health reasons. That's why it's there. Going to rotate your picture and camera in viewer 1 to the side like this. Select the camera. In the inspector under transform. Under translation, Z-axis, you can use that to move the camera back. Or you can use these 3 handles on the camera to move it wherever you'd like. I find them very intuitive and much easier to operate and control than using those dials. We're going to want to bring this back and watch in viewer 2 and get that picture sized correctly. And mine is 1920 by 1080. And you want to get it set so it just fills the frame. Now select the text node and put the text you're liking in. And you'll see it blends in with the background picture. That's because they're both taking the same space at the same time. So we'll look in viewer 1 with the text node selected. Let's grab that little handle and bring it forward. And then we'll size our text. I'm going to go with something like that. Right here in viewer 1, we have our text here, background here. When we animate the background, we got to make sure we make it, in my picture here, that I'm getting past these branches on this tree. I will add this picture in the description box below if you want to use the same one. Or you can use any that is above the ground and looks like you're in flight. Okay, now we'll put some excursion to the text. Go to the inspector down at the very bottom with the text node selected. Select excursion. I'm going to set mine somewhere right around 0.1, that's halfway, that's thick enough. And under bevel depth and bevel width, I like 0.0063, but you can set yours to whatever you like. Okay, now we'll add a texture to this. So if you go up to Effects in the top left, go to Templates, and down to Fusion, then to Shaders. Resolve has all kinds of shaders you can put on your text here. Before we can add that, we have to select the text node, shift spacebar, and type in replace material. That's the one, replace material 3D. Make sure it's connected. Connect your shader into the replace material node. Now you'll see up here in the viewer, I have plywood shader on it. But I'm going to use one of my own. I save in the power bin. If you're not familiar with them, you might want to check them out. They're extremely helpful. Carries your stuff from project to project without having to go through folders. This is nothing but a picture of wood. We're going to animate this now, so we can go to one viewer. We'll animate the text first and then the picture second. So select the 3D text node, put your playhead on frame 0. Go to the inspector under transform. We're going to use these 3 values under translation. So just set a keyframe on all 3. If you want to resize your text, now's the time to do it before you do put or keyframe it. Then bring the playhead to frame 135. Now I'm going to go through the D. So we're going to use all 3 to manipulate some actions. If you don't already know, if you hold down the Alt key and you adjust everything by the numeral, it's much more fine-tuned. You can go by single increments, not 10, but it will not turn the dials that way. You want to take it till you just get through the text. Now take the playhead back to frame 0. Now select the image plane. Go to the inspector under transform. We're going to use the Z axis under translation. Set a keyframe. Once again, take your playhead to frame 135. And under the Z axis, we're going to rotate that. I'm going just far enough to get past those branches on the left. Give it a quick play here. Okay, connect your Render 3D into the media out. And put that up in the viewer. And back in the edit page here, we're going to render the cache. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.